Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter called as the pregnancy and embryonic development. Pregnancy and embryonic development. Pregnancy and embryonic development. After implantation, a finger-like projection is appeared on the surface of blasto on the surface of trophoblast. This finger-like projection is called as the chorionic villi. Chorionic villi. Initially, this chorionic villi covers entire surface of the trophoblast. Later, it is confined only on a disc-like structure and form metadiscoid placenta. Form metadiscoid placenta. Chorionic villi are surrounded by uterine tissue and maternal blood. The chorionic villi and uterine tissue become interdigitated, becomes become interdigitated to interdigitated with each other and join to form a structure which is structural and the functional unit in between developing fetus and mother, called as the placenta. Placenta. The placenta is connected to the embryo through an umbilical cord. Umbilical cord. Now, function of placenta. Now, what is the function of placenta? So, as I have told you, after just after the implantation, a finger-like projection is formed on the surface of trophoblast called as the chorionic villi. Initially, this chorionic villi covers the entire surface of the trophoblast. Later, it is confined only on a disc-like structure called as the metadiscoid placenta. The chorionic villi are surrounded by uterine tissue and blood. The chorionic villi and uterine tissue become interdistated with each other and jointly form the structural and the functional unit in between developing fetus and mother. This structure is called as the placenta. Placenta is connected to the fetus through umbilical cord. Now, function of the placenta. We have to study about the function of the placenta. Now, function of placenta. Function of placenta. Placenta plays a very important role in the development of the fetus. Its important role, one is the nutrition. Nutrition. For the development of the fetus, nutrition is necessary, and this nutrition is uh, transported from mother to the fetus via the placenta. Next one function is the respiration. So in nutrition, the food material or the nourishment are transported from mother to the fetus via placenta. Next, respiration. Respiration. In the respiration, it helps in the transportation of oxygen from mother to the fetus, from it transport the oxygen from the mother to the fetus and carbon dioxide from the fetal blood into the maternal blood. So it helps in the respiration by helping in the transportation of oxygen from maternal blood to the fetal blood or to the fetus, and from and carbon dioxide which is produced by the fetus is transported into the maternal blood. So in this way, placenta help in the transportation of gases. Oxygen from the maternal blood enters into the fetus, and carbon dioxide from the fetus enters into the maternal blood. So next function is the excretion. Excretion. Uh, Fetus have also some metabolic activities by which some nitrogenous waste are they produced. These nitrogenous wastes from the fetus enters into the maternal blood maternal blood via the placenta. So how it helps in the excretion? In the fetus, nitrogenous waste are they produced. These nitrogenous wastes are transported from the fetus into the maternal blood via placenta. After the excretion, next one is the immunity. Next one is the immunity. Antibodies formed inside the mothers are transferred into the fetus via the placenta. So antibodies formed inside the blood of the mother is transported into the fetus. So in this way it also gains some immunity. And immunity like just like the measles, smallpox, smallpox, measles, etc., which antibodies are produced in the mother's blood. These antibodies are transferred into the fetus via the placenta. Now, one is the this is the drawback. We say that pathogens are also transferred. Transfer of pathogens. Transfer of pathogens. Pathogens like viruses. Viruses of viruses can cross placenta and enters into the fetus. So in this way, some pathogens like some viruses can also be transferred into the mother's blood from the mother blood into the fetus via the placenta. Now next one, transport of drugs. Transports of drugs. Some drugs which are taken by the mother is transported into the fetus. So in this way, if pregnant mother should take the medicines only by the advice of the doctors. Now, one important thing is here. Sometimes this placenta also work as the endocrine tissue. Endocrine tissue. Endocrine endocrine tissue. This placenta secretes some hormones like HCG, like HC, like HCG, human choreo, um, chorionic gonadotropin, human chorionic gonadotropin, human chorionic gonadotropin. This is the hormone, and other hormone which is the secreted HPL, human placental lactogen, HPL, human placental lactogen. These are the hormones. Other hormones which are they secreted by the placenta are the estrogens and the progesterone. Estrogens and the progesterone. These are the hormones which are secreted by the placenta. These secreted during the pregnancy. So these are the endocrine work as the endocrine tissue. So it secretes the hormones. Now, immediately after implantation, just immediately after implantation, immediately after immediately after implantation, the inner cell mass, the inner cell mass of inner cell mass embryo differentiate to form outer ectoderm and inner endoderm. Outer ectoderm and uh, outer ectoderm and inner endoderm, and in between ectoderm and the endoderm, one more layer is the form that is called as the mesoderm. Mesoderm. So this will be middle. In between it is part outer. Suppose this is outer, this layer of the cell, this make the ectoderm, and after that this is the endoderm, and in between out ectoderm and the endoderm one more layer is formed, and this layer is called as the mesoderm. these three layers these three layers give rise to different organs. different organs Different organs are formed by these membranes. These are also called as primary membranes. So organs are formed, developed by the ectoderm, mesoderm, and the endoderm. The inner cell mass, the inner cell mass contains some special type of the cells, and these cells are called as the stem cells. Stem cells. These stem cells have capacity to give rise all the tissues and organs. All the tissues and organs. Now, next one is the human pregnancy lasts for 9 months. Lasts for 9 months. So after 1 month, after 1 month of the pregnancy, embryonic heart is formed. Embryonic heart is formed. So this is the embryonic heart is formed after the 1 month of the pregnancy, and by the second month, by the second month, at the end of the second month, limbs and digits are formed. Limbs and digits are formed after the second month, and after third month, after 3 months, it is called a first trimester. Major organs system are formed after the first trimester. Major organ systems are formed as genital organs, as genital organs. Genital organs are developed in the first. So after the third, or these genital organs are formed by the different method during the pregnancy test. People know the sex of the child. So after the first trimester, and during the fifth month, during the fifth month, during fifth month, during the fifth month, first movement, first movement, first movement is seen during the fifth month, and the appearance of hairs on head, and appearance of hairs on head. So two features are there in the during fifth month. First movement of the fetus takes place, and other the appearance of hairs on the head. Two features are seen here. And next one is the uh, end of the 6th month. At the end of the 6th month. End of 6th month. This is second trimester. Second trimester. Body is covered with fine hairs. Body is covered with fine hairs. Eyelids eyelids separate. Eyelid separate. Eyelash are formed. This is the end of the second month. This is the second trimester, and end of 9 months. End of 9 months. Fetus is fully developed and ready for delivery. Ready for delivery. That's our part today. Thank you.